What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode. You know who it is, your boy John.
Fucking white belt slayer here.
We at it again, another early day though. Another early morning.
As fuck, dog.
Not that early. It's early for you.
Nah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty early. I mean, I woke up earlier than I normally do.
Yeah. How's your week?
My week was pretty fucking good, guy.
Yeah, I'd agree. I had a good week. A good full week back, except for Thursday. I didn't go Thursday.
Oh, yeah, Thursday. I got my ass beat. Even fucking Joe tapped me.
Jiu-Jitsu
Joe?
Yeah.
I usually break that motherfucker off. He got me he gift wrapped me and had some choke coming in, and I was like, oh, I'll just go ahead and tap right now.
I'll go ahead and give it to him.
Go ahead and just give it to him. Didn't even earn it.
Did you walk him through it?
Yeah, I was like,
hey, no, look, if you finish, if you, yeah. All you gotta do, dude, if you just adjust.
Yeah, if you just adjust.
Oh, look, you got me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a good week. I stopped taping my hand other than my fingers.
Oh yeah,
I felt like I was taping my hand, and then I didn't feel like it was really helping that much. Shit. So, but the tape in the fingers, I still have to do. So as long as these two are taped, my grip's kind of coming back. So it's been good. The first day, some fucking white belt still trying to fucking go at it, go after my fucking hand. I was like, that's it. Not being nice anymore. You gonna go after someone's hurt hand on purpose? Like, come on, bro.
I had that yesterday. I was rolling with somebody, and I was kind of giving it to him medium. I let him crush me, and then I showed him why I let him crush me, afterwards. But I swept him, and I was coming up on top, and I was just playing around, spinning around on him and shit like that, trying to channel my inner Cody. And my grip gave out, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna get. I was trying to knee bar him, trying to fucking guard from the half guard. And I was like, I'm not going to get this knee bar. My fucking hand's tired. I just let go, and I gave him my back, and he tried to get on my back real quick, and I just swept back out and went back to the half guard.
Yeah.
Then I looked up, and I saw there was 28 seconds left. I was like, boy's got to get choked real quick. Just fucking boom, passed his guard and choked the fuck out of him and let his ass know.
What I noticed is, I don't. It sucks because I have to have like the tape and whatever on my hand, but people are always like, oh, I'll be careful. I won't go after. I won't I'll be more careful, which is cool. But at the same time, like, don't worry about it. Like, I'll tap. Like,
yeah, I'll tap.
That's why I tell them, like, I'll tap. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Like, if it hurts, I'm gonna fucking tap. I'm not gonna fucking sit there and let you fucking, like, fuck me up like that.
Yeah, so. My neck's fucked up too, and that's I was thinking all week every time like legit fucking Jonathan's little brother. I know your name, motherfucker. Jonathan's little brother threw me in a triangle yesterday, and it got like 80% there, and it's tapped because my fucking neck, dude. My neck is killing me. He popped my neck last week.
I saw that.
Fucking 14-year-old dude.
He's good, man. He's really good.
His legs are very good. He's, it's funny where you can see where people are good, like, because I kept
what their game is.
Yeah, because I kept telling the triangle people, like, maybe like 6 months ago, and he's like, I don't use the triangle. And I was like, start using it.
Yeah, his legs.
He's like, I armbar everyone from here, and I was like, okay, stop armbarring people, use the triangle.
Yeah. You can see their game when you start rolling with them, and then you see their body type. You're like, dude, these are triangles all day. Yeah. That's what Noah's been going for. He gets a lot of triangles. I'm like, you got longer legs for your kids your size.
And for his size, he's got long legs.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I was saying I don't like when you have something wrapped up. People are like, oh, and I'm just like, I'll just tap. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
let's do our quick Craig Jones Invitational update.
Okay.
So Victor Hugo got added, which I was pretty stoked for.
I think he was a little different than everyone else that joined because he did, and we don't know if everyone else did this, but I know he did. He said he went and did like making sure that. Because Craig was saying he was going to do the ticket money is going to charity or whatnot. So he went and investigated it, made sure it was legit, that he was actually going to do all he said he was going to do and do all that before he signed over. So I mean, of course, the money, I'm sure the $1 million is a huge thing for him, but he wanted to make sure that I guess morally he felt comfortable that you say you're going to do X, Y, and Z, you're actually going to do it. And so he went through those extra steps. So I thought that was kind of cool that he just didn't switch over. Yeah. He did his due diligence.
But I also think a lot of that's because there's probably a little bit of animosity there because his main competitor is Nicky Rod. It's dudes from B team, and obviously Craig's part of the B team. Craig's team is B team, so he's probably just to make sure it's we can't train together. I can't. We can't train together and shit. So let's make sure that everything else is legit. Let me turn my fucking alarm off real quick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know the guy they added today.
You know, as we're doing this, you know what I forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to make sure that our mics were even working correctly, and they're working correctly. All right, we're good.
It's early as fuck. Dude.
Yeah,
it's Saturday. Saturdays I let myself wake up naturally, all natural.
I woke up. I wake up naturally around this time, so it wasn't a big deal.
I don't know Owen Lively. I feel like I've heard that name. Is that the dude from England or like from Europe with the big ass legs?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great event. It's looking like ADCC is looking less like the dudes they're adding are like the C-level guys right now. There's no upper level people that want to commit. They're all waiting for Craig to ask them for invitations, I think. So I think it's going to be very good. And like also he had Fionn on his podcast, and she was better at articulating a lot of stuff.
I didn't watch that one yet.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I liked her a little bit better after that one versus that solo one that she did. She was able to articulate some things some more and talk about some things and why she did it. And she said basically she's saving for a school, so this is going to help her open up a school.
Dude, I didn't even think of that. If you want to open a school, that's what you need, like $100,000, maybe 150. I mean, if you want to go big,
you could probably scrape it out for $30,000. You know what I mean?
But a small school.
Yeah, it just depends on where you are and shit. You know, that probably $30,000 would even be the fucking deposit.
I mean, the big thing is it gives you a time to develop students.
Yeah, well, I mean, but if you're a named person, you're probably gonna have students pretty
right
quick.
off the bat.
You know, maybe it just depends on where you are. What break even is like out here, break even would be like 30 students, 40 students. You know what I mean?
You got to.
Yeah. So, but then she's in New York, so I don't know if she plans on staying in New York. But New York, it's probably 300 students is fucking break even.
It's expensive out there.
So
you also charge more.
Yeah.
So like those schools are probably going to charge like $200 a month to something.
No, way more than that. Legion's like $300 a month. Whew. I bet Altos is around $300. I don't know what Alliance charges. I think AOJ is plus 300 over 300.
That's crazy to think of how many students they have.
Yeah, AOJ's got thousands of students.
That's a lot of money.
Plus they have the AOJ plus their online thing. A lot of people are doing those online things. So
wait, they're doing like an online thing like Henner and them.
Mm-hmm. It's more like BJJ Fanatics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so they have their own technique videos and stuff that you can watch.
Yeah, And B Team does that too through. What's the Australian fool that Craig got his black belt from?
Oh, I forgot his name.
Yeah. So they do it through his. That dude's. It's called Submeta. What the fuck is his name? He's like the original dude from Australia that came out and kind of blew up ADCC. Mm-hmm. But they have their own submeta where they show the rolls like they do on the YouTube, but then they break everything down and shit like that.
I do like the breakdown videos. Like that's one of the reasons I like Andrew Wilsey's channel. Mm-hmm. He does like breakdowns of usually it's people's videos, but the fact that he does the breakdowns is kind of interesting. Like if he does a high level breakdown, it's pretty cool.
Man, I would love to see him get an invite to -80. Because he's at the top of that weight class. And if he still has 80% of what he has, he beats most of those dudes.
Yeah, I don't think he wins though, but I think he'd do really well.
I mean,
I don't know how he's been training either.
So Wiltsey, yeah, let's say Wiltsey's like at the same kind of game that he had before, like that before he had his last break,
Oh, that still does well.
I mean, so he's got the speed and the athleticism of J-Rod, but probably the skill, the 80% of the technique that Nicky Ryan has. So you put those two things together. Do you think that he beats Nicky Ryan? I think.
Oh, the Nicky Ryan.
He would be in the Nicky Ryan, Joseph Chin. I don't think J-Rod's actually committed yet, but
he did.
I think he did. I thought he did too, but I've been looking. I haven't seen anything again since that. So he would be in that division.
He'd do all right.
Yeah,
I forget he's pretty light.
Yeah,
when he competes. Yeah.
I think he does lightweight, which is like 152 or whatever.
That's crazy.
He gets up to 200, but he cuts down to 152. I think he used to do like 76 or whatever it is, but I think that's what Hillbilly Hammer.
I haven't even seen his brother much either.
Yeah, I think they're on that same vibe and just staying together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think he dropped weight because Hillbilly Hammer is in that 72 or whatever, or 80, whatever it is. That's his division. So
none of the Pedigo guys have gone over there, huh?
No, well, they haven't been invited.
Well, I mean, William Tackett and Andrew Tackett reached out to Craig Jones. They didn't.
Yeah. I would like to see Pixley there and see how Pixley would do against Nicky Rod. Because Pixley and Nicky Rod would be in the same division, just that plus 80. Just to see what that upper.
I don't know if he's on that level, but I think he'd probably do pretty decent.
Yeah. So he won Purple Belt Worlds, I think, this year again. Nogi, right? Nogi Worlds. So. I just don't know if he's on. He's a D1 national champion.
Yeah, that's
he's an NIAA national champion.
His wrestling is 100%.
I think a Division II national champion. But the wrestling's where it's at, especially for ADCC style rules.
Yeah.
So it's sub only, so it's all rule based. So I think he would do well. I don't know if he would win, but I mean Nicky Rod. I saw people talking shit like, oh, fucking Mr. 30% because Nicky Rod only's got 30% submissions. So then he's really Nicky Rod's game is based on his athleticism and his wrestling ability. So.
Well, he's trying to change that, like he said. He's trying to
become a better jiu-jitsu
Grappler.
practitioner.
Yeah.
But then you got Victor Hugo, who's probably like 90% subs. I mean, Victor's a savage. He's the first person to finish absolute and weight class both submissions.
That dude's a monster, man.
Victor's a savage, dude. I love that guy. He's a super nice guy. I've talked to him a bunch of times. He's a really good guy.
Is Felipe Andrews in ADCC?
I'm sure he's probably in ADCC, which would be surprised. I mean, he's Mr. Fucking stall you out and play the rules, but.
Yeah, but I mean, you adjust to the rule set, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they'd believe Felipe. I don't think they would bring Felipe Andrew into CJI just because he's not exciting. He used to be back in the day. Well, you know what his nickname is?
What?
Pergisa. You know what that means? Sloth. So he's always rolled like that.
Yeah, just slow and
just
methodical.
Slow. Yeah.
He's a savage too, though.
Yeah.
He's fucking really good. Yeah, I think he never gets enough credit. He's one guy.
Pergisa?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. People consider him the GOAT. He's up there with, he gets a lot of credit.
I don't know.
He gets more credit than I think he deserves right now.
He hasn't competed in a minute, right?
He competed like 3 months ago. He fucking barely won.
Oh.
He won like a weak-ass decision. Yeah. No, everyone loves that dude. Yeah, I mean, he was the man before Gordon.
Yeah.
Like, he was like the best no-gi submission grappler before Gordon.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he gets a lot of the, so as the kids say, flowers. But just lately, as we've really been getting deeper into the game, he's just kind of been falling off. You know? But he's rich, I think. He doesn't care. Rich-ish, rich for him.
For him.
Yeah.
Or for Brazil. Well, he lives out here.
No, he lives in Brazil. He has a school in Brazil. He has a Gracie Barra down there.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
So he just trains down here in Alliance?
He just trains whenever he's up here, yeah.
No.
No, he trains at Atos when he's up here.
Oh.
It's funny because I think he smashed Galval a bunch of times and they had like beef. Then they combined together to fight Gordon.
Oh, you're talking about Felipe Pena.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm talking about Andrew.
Andrew, yeah, sorry, yeah. I'm talking about Felipe Pena.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Felipe Andrew would be a good.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I never really seen his no-gi though. I can't.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the credit.
I think he's number 2.
Yeah,
right
he's
now?
up there. But you never hear anyone talk about him.
Yeah, it's because he loses a lot of the big ones. But I mean, he's a savage, dude. I don't think he even won Worlds this year.
Well, I remember when we went to Hodger's seminar, and before we got there, it was all they were training. They were
rolling,
training for
and
Worlds.
you were looking at them like,
yeah,
what the and you were like, did you see that guy? And me and Bobby were like, yeah, you don't know who that is?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah, we went to a seminar and for a Hodger Gracie seminar.
Alianza in San Diego.
Yeah, and before we started ours, they were getting ready for Worlds. Yeah, and they were doing a comp class. And
2 years ago?
It was all black belts, and I was just like, I was fucking blown away. I was in there watching like, holy, the level in that room. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild to watch them. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's the number 1 team in the world. It's the number 1 team.
AOJ's coming up too, though, right? They're
No, I mean statistically, they're the number 1 team in the world.
winning.
Yeah. They've won more than anybody.
Yeah.
This is like their 22nd year of fucking winning Worlds as a team.
That's crazy. Worlds was sick, dude.
Yeah, I wish I would have went. My fucking neck was killing me.
Worlds was dope. So
I wasn't even that hungover when I woke up. I just woke up, dude, and a little bit graphic, but I was sitting down taking a shit, looking at my phone, and my neck. I was like, I had to put my phone down and just look up. Dude, my neck was fucked up.
Yeah, when we were sitting there, fucking Horley came over because he sat with us and he to watch it, and then he came over and he looked at me and he just pointed at me and he looked over at Misa and he looked at me and he looked at Misa and he goes, I'm like he's like, where's your brother? And I'm like I'm like, it's a different brother. He's like, oh, all right.
Then fucking Omar was showing him my text talking shit.
Yeah, he was talking shit. That shit was funny.
Yeah.
But it was fucking cool, man, to be able to watch Worlds with Hoyler and just chill.
I have a question about that since you were there. How dark were the mats during the finals?
In the video, it looked dark.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Oh, it's just
they had a big spotlight on the middle
on the mats.
Center mat. So during the final, I thought it was cool. They had
they
rearranged
all the mats and shit, right?
So they had that was interesting. They didn't rearrange them. They had double mats.
Oh, they threw
so
them on top?
for the semifinals, they had 2 mats.
Yeah.
And then for the finals, all they did was pull off the top mats, and then the bottom one was set. So I was like, dude, those mats must have been soft as fuck for those first.
Why are you always worried about soft mats?
What? I don't want to get hurt.
I don't think the mats are helping you.
They're not. They're not. I try not to get thrown, so that's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
I really do my best not to get thrown.
I had a sweet ass throw yesterday.
I had a good throw too.
I'm the same person.
Oh, yeah.
You know who you are. I think you watch. Back to Fifi from the Bronx.
Yeah.
You see her man get his ass beat last night by fucking Darth Rigatoni?
Oh, was that her man?
Whoo! Yeah.
He was talking shit or something, right?
Did you watch it?
I saw a couple clips.
So let me break it down for you. All right, so Mikey Musumeci fought last night on what is it called? One championship?
Yeah.
One championship versus Joao Gabriel, I think his name is, right?
Yeah.
Or Gabriel.
I don't know.
Gabriel Hocha. And the last person to beat Mikey in a competition was him, and he subbed him, and he's been talking shit ever since. Mikey said that on every single post, he's been going up talking shit. Mikey fucking calf sliced him.
Yeah, I saw that. That shit was deep.
Dude, it was deep.
I didn't think he was gonna tap at first because it looked and then he adjusted, and then he was like,
it was less deep when he adjusted. I think he just got a better angle because before that, because you probably only saw like the last 5 seconds. Dude, he was in that calf slicer for like a minute. And Mikey was crazy. Dude, fucking Gabriel had him in a toe hold and was literally just going like this. Ah! And Mikey was just like, that ain't it, playboy. Dude, his leg was in there so deep. And then, like, let's say they were facing like to the left. Somehow they moved a little bit and started facing towards the right. And then he moved and instantly he tapped. Yeah. So I think probably the angle made it so like his knee was gonna pop off.
That position that he was in, I see it all the time. People are so close they never go for that.
Calf slicer?
That calf slicer.
You got to be a real fucking weirdo to think of that shit.
I see it all the time, but I never see it. Like, well, I've never usually in that position, but I've seen other people at our gym in that position that should be going for calf slicers, and they never go for that one. And I was like, dude, there's no escaping it. Once you have that one, you're done. Like. Yeah. You have all the time in the world to adjust. You know, you're locked in as long as you keep your body lock or you keep.
Yeah, I don't know how to get out of that.
Yeah, it was a good submission. That was dope.
Yeah, and then it's funny. So like, fucking old Darth Rigatoni came back out. You know why they call him Darth Rigatoni? So he never really had a nickname that I know of. And then when he was gonna fight Gio Martinez, Gio was talking shit. And he got dark. He started doing all the interviews, saying, I've just been working on breaking mechanics. I'm going to catch his foot. I'm going to break his leg. Like, just talking all this shit. So they started calling him Darth Rigatoni. And then he only uses that name when he's mad.
Well, that what they were saying. He was saying in an interview. He was doing an interview with Tom DeBlas, or whatever his name is, and he was like, yeah, I'm a nice guy. He's like, but I save it off for the mat. He's like, I'm gonna be nice, but he's like, once I go on that mat, there's a switch. Yeah. He's like, I turn the switch on, and that's where I allow myself. He's like, I don't get angry outside of the ring, but he's like, once I'm in that ring, I just let it out. Yeah.
But he was talking shit to his coaches. He was talking because after he was talking shit to fucking Gabriel, he walked over to his coaches and like started pointing at him, talking shit. And he's like, you know what you said? Like I was like, damn, Darth Rigatoni's coming out right now. It was a pretty good fight. I mean, he smashed it. It's funny. This is word for word what he said. He's like, and I beat that guy easy as fuck. And I was like, damn, dude, coming out here at that heat.
There's nothing you can say now.
And he's not that small. I've seen him in real life.
Is he big?
He's like your height.
Really?
Yeah. He's just 140 pounds
skinny,
or whatever.
Yeah.
And
then pure fucking muscle.
Yeah, straight jacked. And then what fucking long hair Rutolo had his first MMA fight last night and beat the brakes off this dude. His striking looked way better than like being a new fighter.
Really?
Yeah, because as long as I've known about them, he's been striking. They've been practicing striking.
He was on a podcast with Mighty Mouse.
Oh, really, dude?
Yeah.
Was he like, what's up, dude?
No, he wasn't like that.
No,
they were just, but it was a cool podcast because he was talking about the fight and training as a kid and just like it was a good podcast. Yeah. It was a long one. It was like an hour and 40 minutes, something like that.
His striking was really crisp. His defense was really crisp. It was only like 3 minutes the whole fight.
Really?
Yeah, I think that dude's kind of on a downside that he fought, but it's fair because it was his first fight
ever. MMA. Well, there's a huge difference in MMA and jiu-jitsu. So. Like if you could put him up against a world-class MMA guy, it's not it's not fair for him being a first introduction into MMA. Yeah, and that was a pro fight, right?
Yeah, it was his pro debut.
So I mean that's pretty big to go from never have fighting in MMA to right into a fucking pro fight
and to a real organization.
Into a big organization. Well, he was already signed to one, right? Because
he's the 170-pound grappling champion.
Yeah, so
but that's
still I think that's an accomplishment of his own. Is your first fight ever being a pro fight.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
big.
He's man.
You
he
don't
was,
see that.
He was really good. Like I said, like the interesting thing about like the only other jiu-jitsu person I can really, I guess Buchecha too, but that I can think of, if to compare him to is like Mackenzie. So like when Mackenzie defends, she kind of like deers out and she sticks her hands out and like fucking doesn't want to get hit. He was throwing his hands up. He had his guard up.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't getting hit. I don't think he really ever got tagged. And then like he hit the dude with a bunch of fucking hot shit. And then finally they got into the cage. They started grabbing. It's funny. As soon as he got like within like a foot of the dude, he grabbed him and tried to Uchimata him like full blast. I was like, dang, like I can't believe how quick he did it. But he missed it. So he missed it and was back in front. The hand fighting wrestling. He got him against the cage, and you could see that there was a difference in the ability to grapple. He got him against the cage, fucking just started moving around, took his back and choked him.
He on Mighty Mouse's, he was talking about like even though it's his first MMA and jiu-jitsu was his like main thing. He had done other like other, what do you call it?
Fighting?
Yeah, martial arts growing up. So like
Mighty Mouse?
No.
Cade?
Cade, yeah. So I don't know. I think he said he's done Muay Thai in the past, and he's done a few other things.
They've been training forever.
Yes, but I'm saying it wasn't just jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So it's not like someone that was just pure jiu-jitsu trying to learn how to strike. Like he had kind of already had some experience. So it's not like it was like 100% brand new. Obviously, it's not the same.
Well, he's been training. The fight's different.
Yeah.
That's what
it's
he
not
was
100%. It's like MMA. Like going into a fight is completely different. But yeah. So
did you watch his interview? After his post fight?
No.
That's what he was saying too. He was like, yeah, dude, I really just wanted to show more of my striking, but I got a little nervous.
Yeah.
Those dudes are funny. They talk like the fucking turtles
Well,
from
they're
Finding Nemo.
California.
I think they're from Hawaii, but they were raised here, yeah. So they're like, what's up, dude?
Well, they grew up surfing. And
skateboarding, fucking fighting.
Skateboarding, surfing, all that stuff. So
those kids are about it, dude.
Yeah.
I was interested that his dad wasn't in his corner, though. It's always his dad. But a really interesting choice. So that he's fighting under Classic Fight Team, which is pretty legit. I've known about him for a little while. But he fucking had, what's his name, Chris Paulson? Mm-hmm. You know about that dude? He's this weird catch wrestler dude. I think he has some sort of connection to Hickson. And like half the shit he shows online looks like bullshito. But
it can't be. I mean, the worst ever is that one dude, the Diego Sanchez.
Oh yeah, no, he's not bad like that.
They ruined his career.
No, he shows like catch wrestling is kind of like jiu-jitsu, but a little bit more mean.
Yeah.
A little bit more mean and less technique.
Yep.
So his other protege.
They have submissions in catch wrestling.
Yeah. It is submissions.
Oh,
it's submission.
Is
grappling.
this wrestling with?
Yeah.
With
no, it's submission. It's no-gi jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But they called it catch wrestling.
Gotcha.
But it's a little bit more mean.
Yeah.
But like his other like protege was Chris Barnett. Barnett? Is that his first name, Chris?
Chris Barnett.
Yeah. That was his coach for a while. So it's real brutal, mean kind of shit. So it doesn't really bother me, but it's like, man, that's an interesting choice because he's so hooked up in the fight world. Like
He probably could pick anybody.
But did you see? He could pick anybody.
Yeah.
Did you see any like the stuff he was wearing? So he was wearing that Tenori stuff. It's a new company. They don't have anything out yet. But that's the dude who owned Ruka, started a new company called Tenori, and it's like because that dude's name, I think his name's Pat Tenori, the guy that owned it. But dude, they had the Ruka fight team. You have fucking. I just forgot his name. Mackenzie Dern's last striking coach was there, but he was striking coach for. He's the striking coach for Cheeto Vera. I think he's a really high end striking coach. And then they had a lot of good jiu-jitsu dudes there. So it's like, has Tenori not built a new team, or why didn't he just go with him? Like that dude's a really good striking coach. The dude from Classic Fight Team looks good too, but not as good as that dude from Ruka, just from what I've seen. So maybe they just didn't mesh or whatever. But those dudes were always at the Ruka gym getting wild.
Yeah, I mean, those brothers are just pretty savage.
I'm just sad because you'll never see him in the UFC, and you'll never see him against upper level competition.
I mean, he's getting paid.
He's getting paid, and he's way too small for 170.
Yeah, ONE FC they did a or one champ. It was the same thing. ONE FC.
It used to be called ONE FC. They changed it to One Championship.
Yeah, so they were smart, I think, when they were picking some of these guys up.
Yeah.
And they knew what they it sounds like they knew what their plan was to invest in these guys. And they did it right. Now, ONE FC or One Championship does have some legit fucking people over there.
Did you watch any of the Muay Thai last night? Woohoo! Dude, those fights were wild.
What organization does that?
One.
Oh, same?
Yeah, so it's a mixed rules.
Oh,
card.
yes, right. Because
so
I remember Mighty Mouse fought. What's his name? And it was like mixed.
No. So yes, they do that.
They do some one-offs.
Some weird shit. But like last night, there was jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and MMA.
Damn.
Dude, the Muay Thai. It was. I think I watched Rod Tang fight this dude, some Bosnian dude. I think. Mm-hmm. It was.
That dude's a monster.
Wild, dude.
I would never want to fucking get kicked by that dude.
I was talking to Greg a little bit when we were watching it. I was like, dude, like, how do they do that? Like, he's just like, ha, 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 and it just like hits his full like 20 times. And like every punch they
Landed.
throw, but it's not like boxing, like where you throw the jab, you throw the jab, you throw the jab, you throw across, and then you come with the power. Everything they throw is 100%.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, they're little dudes, but man, imagine one of those dudes kicking you. You're fucking done, dude.
Done.
You're fucking
You're
done.
Yeah.
The one thing I thought was interesting, maybe it's because they're short, but none of them threw head kicks.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's maybe.
Well, maybe it's a bit more dangerous too if you go for a head kick. And
Well, it was
actually
kickboxing rules, so I don't know if there's head kicks in kickboxing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the Bosnian dude kept catching Rodtang's foot and trying to hit him, and it's illegal in kickboxing. And Muay Thai is legal.
Yeah.
So that they're both more.
Plus, you trip them and take them down.
Yeah. Greg was telling me that was like the reason they made that fight. It was like the traditional Muay Thai style versus Dutch kickboxing style. So they made it kickboxing rules to make it like equal for both. So that the Bosnian dude, I think he's from Canada, but he is more of a Dutch kickboxer, but in Muay Thai rules. And then Rodtang is like quintessential Muay Thai. But man, I can't wait to start doing that. Fucking ha. Ha!
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm glad we're getting that at the gym. It's gonna be interesting to see how many people actually sign up for it.
I think a lot of the dudes will, yeah. I think a lot of the chicks will, but I think that it just depends on the class times.
Yeah, shit. That's what I was wondering is when those class times are gonna be, because you can't change the jiu-jitsu stuff. You're gonna have to add maybe a little later, like after you go, like maybe after jiu-jitsu.
Well, he has a normal job too, so it just depends on all that.
I mean, I'd say for the later class, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
I'd be exhausted already, but that's even better. You fucking tired. You do your jiu-jitsu class, you get nice and warm, and then jump into that, and then you don't even have to warm up. That'd be sick. I mean, you guys are setting up this weekend, right?
No one. I mean, everyone hit me up after I decided not to do it.
Oh,
so I couldn't paint them. I couldn't paint the bars yesterday because it got too hot.
It's been hot as fuck,
dude. I was out there welding. I was welding those bars up on Thursday, and I was under my welding hood. I wear safety glasses. And I was bending down welding, and my safety glasses filled full of water. Yeah. I was like, God damn it! And I wasn't even wearing like welding gear. I should have been, but I wear like a welding shirt. They're fireproof, dude. It's like wearing a sauna suit.
Yeah,
I've worn them before, like outside the welding in the heat, and just pouring water out of them, dude. Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. I'm excited for that. And then one day we got fucking. Well, who was supposed to come? He couldn't make
his name is Miriam something, but he won this year Worlds in the gi lightweight, and then he won the absolute third place.
I thought he was second.
Third place.
Third place? That's crazy. To be that light and still make it that far. But I was thinking about Mighty Mouse too. Mighty Mouse got second place when he did the open division.
Yeah.
So it's still, but still, that's fucking. It's impressive. And so now we got Monday. Diego Pato's coming. Dude, watching him compete was pretty awesome. Watching him.
Yeah, Pato's a man.
He took that dude's back in like 30 seconds. Yep. I was like, whoo, whoo. I like him. He's definitely not our body style game, but last time he came, he showed that back take. I use that all the time. I mean, I don't always get it, but like if I get to that position, I'm like, I usually just fucking send it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna try. Usually it's only like blue belts and white belts that I catch it on. I haven't caught anyone higher with it, but I keep trying. Just keep trying to get my timing down with it.
I need to start working on taking the back. Right now I'm working on mounting people and just fucking around from the mount. I don't really care about staying there. Like I just want to be able to defend a couple of the mount positions. Like I've been trying to Ezekiel everyone from the mount again. So I just been working on going deep into the Ezekiel and then trying to stay on top.
So there's one that I've been doing from mount that is pretty successful, and no one at our gym has caught on to it, but it's almost like a cross collar. So you go for the cross collar from mount. And then instead of, people think you're going to go for the cross collar, but I'm not. So instead of going over, you go under and you grab the opposite side of the gi on this side, and then you just bring this across their neck.
That is a cross collar.
But it's not their traditional where you come over like this. Yeah. So then it's kind of like a mix between like a paper cutter.
If you really want to cross cutter people, cross collar, you need to be like this.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like it's like a weird mix because it's almost like a paper cutter mixed with like.
Were you at the last Spoiler seminar?
No, I don't think so.
He showed that.
From the top where you go down?
Yes.
Oh, well, no one's fucking stopped me from doing it.
Yeah.
Because they all think you're going for the cross collar when you reach deep, and then I just go under, and then you just pull it across.
Yeah.
It works really well, and then you just drop your body weight on it. I've been catching that one pretty.
Why don't you try to shit on me?
I don't try to mount you.
Stop going north-south.
I don't try to mount
Just stop going north-south on me.
No, that's my favorite. What's his name? Yesterday, he was like, you guys like going north-south a lot, don't you? I was like, fuck yeah, that's my favorite.
It's the best control. I wasn't even giving him the gas from north-south.
That's my favorite.
I like him, so I was being nice to him.
Yeah, that's my favorite, though. I only go north south. It depends. If someone's really good at guard retention from side control, and they're fighting that side control really well, and they keep almost getting their leg in, then I'll go north south. But if I go with someone and I can tell like they're not gonna get out of my side control, then I'll stick with side control, and then I'll try to go like knee on belly and mount. But only if I know that like they're not gonna be able to get back to the guard.
I only really ever stay on side control if I can get you to your side, to your shoulder. Like I don't really fuck with side control right now. I need to start. You know, I should start taking it back from there. Because I'm in the back position. Force them. Well, they're already on their back. Yeah. That's the only time I really stay in side control. Because I start to fight for the Kimura. Like I'm trying to really work on breaking the grip. Different, and then everyone always does this. I'm fucking full chest wrist locking them and shit. But speaking of good positions, I need a very certain someone to weigh in on this. You ready? This motherfucker right here tried to tell me that you can go deep half without facing away from your opponent.
Without facing away from your opponent.
You have to be facing away from your opponent to be in the deep half position.
You don't.
All right. Tell me why you don't.
Deep half is your legs obviously fucking in the opposite side, and then your arm is underneath their fucking hip. And usually you can hide your face underneath. That's
Show me a position they're not facing away. I just Googled deep half guard. Every single person is facing away.
But they're in the middle of a transition.
No, this is deep half. This is deep half. This is deep half. This is the deep. That position right there is deep half.
No,
this is deep half.
I mean, yeah, that's deep half. But
there's no other deep half.
There is deep half.
There is no other deep half.
Yes.
You want to see a transition?
But those, in order
that
to get
is a transition.
Maybe that's why your deep half sucks.
My deep half is very good.
I haven't seen it be very good. We'll see tomorrow, I guess, huh?
Oh yeah. I'm trying not to. I won't go deep half unless I really.
You shouldn't even go to the ground. You should stay on top.
It's sub only.
You should stay on top.
Yeah, but it's sub only. So you can't just stand up.
I mean, my point being is, so anyways, this guy decided to sign up for a submission only fucking tournament tomorrow in San Diego. It's not a tournament.
It's a super fight.
Or super fight in San Diego.
Yep.
Which is submission only. You should for sure not try to be on top.
Yeah, I'm not going to be on bottom unless he forces me there. But if he forces me there, the ground is my ocean, motherfucker. Oh my God. You can't swim.
Oh my God.
The half guard's my shit, dog. I've been sweeping everyone this week with it.
And you know who swept me yesterday with fucking the John Wayne sweep? Fucking
really?
Misa.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Anything from that knee shield, he's fucking killing you from.
I'm normally pretty good at like.
Speaking of Misa, shout out to fucking Vatos and the leg lock hat.
This shit's dope. He shows me. I was like, that's fucking sick. I'm normally okay. Like I've been doing really good stopping his lasso guard, and so he hasn't usually been able to sweep me from that. And I'm usually able to pass, but he caught me and he caught my arm, and then it didn't register quick enough, and then out of my head I was like, oh shit, I can't fucking base. And all of a sudden it was like, whoop! I was like, fuck! And he got me. Yeah. I've tried. I can hit the John Wayne sweep, but I'm not really good at it. Like I can't catch someone bigger than me in it. So I got to figure it out because it's such a powerful sweep. That sweep is so powerful because catching that arm across and then getting that sweep. But with big dudes, for some reason, I haven't been able to hit it as frequently. And maybe, I don't know, I just got to work on it.
You have to be able to stop people in the knee shield. If you can't stop them in the knee shield, you can't do it.
Well, it's not from a knee shield.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's from half guard. But you can't just set it up. How are you going to grab someone's arm and push it down while they're fucking passing your half?
Yeah. Normally I pull it across first, and I try to get it.
But who's doing that?
What do you mean who's doing that?
The only time I would ever put my arm in that position is if you forced me there from the knee shield.
Yeah.
From the knee shield.
No, I don't use a knee shield.
You just said you don't get it on anybody either.
No, I said on bigger guys.
Yeah, only small dudes are fucking doing that bullshit. Big dudes bully through that fucking half guard.
Well, the part where I struggle is when I usually, and it's usually with the higher belts, they obviously know as soon as I bring the arm across, they're like, oh, and maybe not aware that I'm trying to go for that, but you know, like, oh, I can't post, so I'm in danger here, and they'll pull that arm out.
If you start doing that to me, I'll just give you my back.
Yeah, but. Point being is,
I'd rather have you on my back than side control.
Side control, yeah. I don't know if
I get out of most people's back control. Probably like 65%.
I wouldn't go for your back because I don't have long enough legs to hold you there.
Yeah.
Like the Kyle and them, they can probably body triangle you still.
Yeah.
But I don't have long enough legs a lot of times with big guys to control their back. So I don't try that too much.
But I need people to fucking clock in on that fucking half guard.
You don't gotta be fucking facing away for deep half.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
That is the position.
No, you don't.
Who made out the deep half?
No, you don't. I have a whole video on
who?
Actually, who was it from? Baton de Blas or whatever.
Did you pay for it? That doesn't count.
I have a whole video.
Doesn't count. What are you, Joseph Chen over here?
You know what's funny is the amount of fucking videos I have on for like different things, and
it's crazy. You never paid for one of them.
I have paid for a bunch of them. But then I also shared an account with who had a bunch as well. We shared.
Don't call them out.
I don't even remember who it was. We shared our accounts, and so you can just download them.
I think I know who it was.
And so I like gave him mine because I had a bunch, and then he had a bunch. He had way more than me though. I was like, God damn, you spent a lot of money. But you know what it is BJ Fanatics always does like 50% off.
Yeah, but they're still fucking $100.
Yeah, they're still like $100.
Yeah, no, I don't really get a lot out of technique videos. I get more out of the rolling.
Yeah,
because you see positions and shit actually work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I try them. Like if I see something I really like from one of those, I'll like watch it a couple times, try to get it. And the problem, the challenge is always like you have to go into training with like that goal to try to get to that position, and that's where it gets hard. Like getting to that position. I don't.
I have a goal.
I don't.
Half guard sweep. Everybody.
Lately, I guess with the like white and blue belts lately, I just been getting into bad positions and then working escapes.
You been sitting down, or are you trying to wrestle with them?
Yeah, I'll pull guard, and then I'll like let them get to a bad position, and then I'll try to sweep them and get out, and then I'll let them re-guard, work on their guard retention, then sweep me. I hope they realize this, but I'll let them sweep me.
They don't realize.
And then I'll go back and I'll escape again from wherever they put me in. So with the white and blue belts, that's kind of what I've been doing is just giving up the positions and then trying to get back, sweep them, get to a good position, and then I'll let them work, get to that position, re-guard, whatever they want to do, and sweep me. And then again, I'll just keep resetting. But that's so tiring. It's so so tiring.
I mean, I do that on purpose.
Yeah.
So like if I'm rolling with a strong lower belt, I'll just try to tire them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they might be stronger than me. Like a good example, I was rolling with one yesterday, and afterwards he was huffing and puffing. I was a little bit tired, but that was the one where I got that real quick sub. I think you were sitting there when I jumped around his guard and I subbed him real quick. But he just looked at me and he said something. I was like, "You see how tired you are compared to how tired I am?" I was like, "You move too much. You don't need to fucking bench press me off you every time."
I think that's what comes. This comes with more experiences. Yeah. You end up using less and less energy as you roll because now you're doing more technique. And not only that, you know what they're trying to do before they do it. Yeah. That kind of thing.
And pressure is a technique.
Yeah, I agree.
And the ability to flow through positions. Like he kept trying to push me off over his hips from side control. And I was like, if every time you push my head towards your hip, I'm just going to go north-south and then end up on the other side. Mm-hmm. And then you push me that way, I'm going to go back the other way. So it's just a continuous gap. I mean, people do it to me. Like fucking, you roll Dan. Dan does that shit to me. Every time I roll with him, I fucking muscle. I muscle out of position, and I muscle him, and then he's like back in a good position. Yep. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's what something that Taliesin was talking about when he was here. He's like, one of the things he was talking about when he was showing the technique was like, he's like, yeah, you can pass right away. He's like, but why? Just make them tired. Yeah. Like he was saying, switch sides. Yeah. Get them tired because they're going to be more tired. Yeah. Wear them out before you go for passing and go. Use that technique to tire them out. Yeah. And then you can work your shit because when like you were saying with Dan, like he's going to let you get something. You're like, oh yeah, I got it, and then then he goes back and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I gotta go through that again. I don't even think Dan's specifically trying to tire me out. I think he's gonna let me get a position, but he's not gonna give me the position.
Yeah, he's gonna let you work.
He's gonna let me try to get a sweep, and then he's just so good. It's like, oh, here's the sweep, and he's like, well, I'm not sweat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, cool, you had all the mechanics down, but I'm still here. I'm fucking you up.
Yeah, that's crazy. And he hasn't been showing up a lot, which sucks.
His knee's fucked up.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Nah, it wasn't for me. It was from volleyball.
Yeah, from volleyball. Well, that was the same knee.
It was the same knee, but he's had constant issues with that knee. I don't know if it was the first time, but I know he hurt that knee in a competition. Mm-hmm. I got to be a plumber real quick and bring up some old shit. I was looking at my notes from old podcasts just now.
Some old shit.
Did you ever determine if you decided you could out-grapple a seal or not?
Oh, my God. I'll grapple, yeah, if they don't have training.
No fucking way,
Yeah.
dude. They train in that.
Not really.
Navy SEALs?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
they train, but they don't. It's not part of their curriculum the same way it is. They use the same combative training.
Yeah, okay. Let's just say it's not like a seasoned Navy SEAL. It's
Fresh,
a
green.
day one, you know.
Yeah.
So I think I could be right about this. You can go to boot camp and then you can get accepted and then you could be a SEAL within like a year of being in the military. I think. Because I don't think you have to do a whole bunch of shit. I think a lot of people do.
The initial part of becoming a SEAL has nothing to do with grappling. It's going through
mental and all that
Hell
shit.
Week
Yeah.
and all that other
Yeah.
stuff and the
Yep.
whatever is the Hell Week? No, not Hell Week. The Buds.
Yeah.
And that's all just
Yeah, but
making people quit.
But that's what I was saying is like, so you can, when you get into your regular boot camp, you can apply to be a Navy SEAL. And if you meet some curriculum, they'll give you an interview. And then if you pass that interview, you can go to Buds.
Yeah.
I think that's
well.
correct.
I don't know because one of the students at the high school, because Nathan just graduated, one of the students from high school already got accepted into Buds. Going into high school.
Maybe because it was not into high school, into college.
No, he's graduating high school, and they announced it saying he got approved to. He's going to the Navy to go straight into the Buds program.
He probably did what's called delayed entry. So he probably already did boot camp, and during that boot camp, he got accepted.
Oh, I mean, you have to go to normal boot camp.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody gets accepted straight because there's a process. But but let's, for this argument's sake, let's say that's how it is. You're a 19-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid. You go to Navy boot camp. You apply to become a Navy SEAL. They accept you. You go to Buds, and then you're done with Buds. Let's say Buds is a year long. So you're in 18 months after boot camp. So you think you could beat an 18-year-old person straight out of Buds?
Yes, in grappling.
Well, what are we calling grappling?
Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling.
Okay, so you think you're going to sub them, or you're going to win on points, or what do you think?
The biggest thing is the same with in our gym is like when you roll with like a kid, and they got all that fucking energy. But they don't unless they wrestled in high school or something. They don't have any.
I'm talking
they
about.
They have no grappling experience.
No combat sports.
Yes.
I bet we can arrange this. We're 60 miles away from where Buds.
Yeah, I'm sure we could. I mean, if you listen to Jocko, how he got into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
He didn't. They weren't training any of that.
Yeah, but okay. So the dude that he was training with was an older guy beating him up, and he was a black belt already.
Yeah, but they didn't have a course at the time.
Hold on. So you think you could beat a day one Jocko?
Dude, that dude was fucking jacked. He was different.
You think most Navy SEAls are pretty fit?
No, well, fit, yes, but they're not jacked.
But they got cardio.
Yes.
And they got no quit.
They got no quit. Yeah, 100%.
That's 50% of grappling.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
If you have no cardio, you die quick.
Yeah, but what we were just talking about is the better that you get at jiu-jitsu.
How often do you beat Army Joe, Big Joe? You smash that fool?
Which is Big Joe? I don't know who you're talking about.
He's always sitting down right now because he got in a car accident.
I don't know. I know who you're talking
that
about.
That motherfucker ain't got no quit, dog.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Let's arrange this. I'm sure we know somebody that's
that'd be cool videos.
No
that
gi.
would be cool.
Fine. Or you can wear a gi if you want. If
I wouldn't wear a gi because that would be a disadvantage to me. That would be a complete disadvantage.
So to make it equal, it'd have to be no gi.
It'd have to be no gi. Yeah. That would be interesting. I wonder if we could set that up.
I don't think we can set it up quick, but I bet we can set it up.
But it'd have to be a day, like a young, fresh, right
out of the camp.
Yeah, right out of boot camp, right out of Buds.
You think you could beat a day one SEAL? I mean, a day one Marine? Not even a special forces, not even a Marshal.
Yeah, it's the same. But they do. Because that's the weird thing is they actually do some training.
Now shit changes.
They actually do training.
Because I think I could be wrong. I remember Misa said he did a little bit of grappling after the Marines.
Well, he already did jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. No. I think that's what I'm saying. I think he did a little bit of jiu-jitsu, like with his boy in his garage, and then he went
yeah.
Do you remember day one Misa?
Yeah, but he was also jacked as fuck too when he came in.
Do you not think that most dudes
You're telling me you wouldn't be right now, if Misa day one came in, you wouldn't be able to beat him?
I don't know.
You're fucking
that fool's a savage, dude.
Yeah, but he didn't know grappling the way you do right now. I think you're underestimating the value of grappling.
I'm not. I'm just saying that
there's plenty of dudes out there.
We didn't even talk about how fat you are today.
Why do we gotta talk about that?
We gotta talk about tradition.
Look, tradition.
What are you trying to get to? You told me.
I want to get down to 190. Yeah.
By when?
Whenever. I'm not in any rush.
I thought it was for a reason.
Well, I would like to do Worlds at 190, so that's until
Master
August.
Worlds?
Yeah, Master Worlds at 190. Because when I went and I did last time, those dudes are fucking giant.
Why are you afraid of big dudes?
It's not afraid of them.
Just,
it's just easy.
chop those fucking trees.
It's just...
Have you won?
No.
Then what are you worried about? Then go down to 150.
No, that's too light. That's too small. I don't want to be tiny.
You got 150 legs.
I do got 150 legs.
That means
look, they're getting there. Look at that. Come on, I'll be working.
Those
legs.
are lean, dog.
Yeah.
That's not strong.
Hey, fuck you. Fuck you.
How are you only losing weight in your legs?
I don't know.
You know what's weird? I'm losing weight in my legs.
Everyone like guys and girls lose weight different places. Like first, you know.
Like I've only been doing jiu-jitsu for the last 2 months. I haven't been lifting at all. And I've been like, I'll just be like laying on my couch and noticing my feet are more vascular, and then my legs feel way leaner. They feel jacked, but like way leaner. And I'm like, why am I just naturally losing weight in my legs? I was like, do I have something wrong with me?
he's on Google like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Yeah. I don't know, maybe.
No, so I don't underestimate. I think jiu-jitsu is a superpower. I think Jocko said that, right?
Yeah.
But man, just those motherfuckers are savages. Dude.
I know I'm disagreeing with you, but when you can control someone, it doesn't matter. If you can control someone,
but I don't think you can. That's what I'm saying. It's like I think those motherfuckers have so much tenacity, and they're ready to fucking rip. And you're gonna have to break something to sub one of them.
No, you choke them.
You're gonna take it back and choke someone that's okay. Let's
make Ezekiel from out.
Let's make it even.
Ezekiel from out.
You got to be 210, 220, right? You got to be in that weight class. We'll pick a 185er. Mm-hmm. So you even got the weight advantage. Mm-hmm. I don't think you get it, dude.
I do. Now, mind you.
But what if we pick someone your weight?
We're talking.
What if we pick someone your weight?
But you're talking. Let's be clear. I'm not talking about someone that's trained in jiu-jitsu
or even wrestling.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
but I think you're over. Like, how many times have someone that's been come into our gym that's in shape, healthy, and you roll with them and they're brand new? Roll over them.
That's not a Navy SEAL, dog. Okay, let's. I could be wrong about this again, but let's take a day one Jocko as the fucking.
He was a monster. He's big. He's like 250, 240.
No, he was like 180 bucks. 180. Yeah, he was small in buds. He got big as he got older. But let's take a day one Jocko. I'm pretty sure he said he played football in high school. Mm-hmm. So he was a varsity athlete. Mm-hmm. Went into the fucking Navy, yelling "get some" the whole time. Yeah. Got into the Marines, getting more, or into the SEALs. You think he beat a day one Jocko? Because he's not that tall. He's only like 6 foot.
He's taller than me.
But yeah,
he was way taller.
You're just a little guy.
Yeah,
he's barely taller than me.
I have a picture with him. He was way taller.
So do I. Yeah, he's 6 foot probably. Because I'm like 5'9" and a half. So he's probably like 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah.
And a half, motherfucker. 9 and a half. So
just make sure you
saw that half. But I mean, yeah, I think he was 185 when he got in. Because I remember him talking about that. He was a smaller kid. But, a kid that's a football player, not a grappler, football player.
I still think you're underestimating jiu-jitsu.
I'm not underestimating jiu-jitsu. I'm underestimating your jiu-jitsu. I think you're overestimating your jiu-jitsu.
No.
That's the thing about rolling thieves. You don't like to have fun.
What are you talking about?
You're always just like, I have to win.
I don't have to win. I tap all the time.
I don't know why
you always get me in good positions too. You've tapped me.
Yeah, probably about equal amount of times. But I just be sitting down. I'm trying to stop you from passing. You're pretty hard to stop from passing.
Yeah, I like passing from the top. That's my favorite.
If I can stop you, I can stop almost anything.
Yeah, I have a lot of different passing things that I try. So
you're pretty good at bullying through the half guard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, it's pressure, my friend. Pressure.
Who was I rolling with? Someone was like, you just have pressure.
You know what I did to you?
I was like, dude, that's 90%.
No, you know what I did to you is something that I recently learned.
We rolled this week?
Yeah, I learned from. So when I competed last time, the guy that I competed with, I was in his half guard, and I was trying to pass his half guard, and he kept sweeping me because he kept getting that underhook on me.
Mm-hmm. Top underhook?
Yeah, the top underhook. Mm-hmm. And I had nothing for it, and he kept fucking catching me. And so when I went back to class, I worked with Richard, which is one of our black belts. I was like, hey man, here's what happened. And so he showed me this thing, and then I happened to see, I don't know if it was Victor Hugo or somebody use that same exact technique in that same position, and I was like, holy shit, that's effective. And that's what I did on you. Where when I was in half guard, I took I pulled your gi out, and then I pulled it around and put it behind your head. So now you can't you can't duck under my head now.
Yeah,
and no matter what
that's
you
why I
do,
kept trying to pop my head
even
out.
if you got the underhook on me, I have this fucking really strong cross collar where I can go across and flatten you out. And so that's what I was doing with you.
I really like the one that Omar showed. I've been trying to work that this week, but no one's really put me in the half guard. Omar showed one this week or last week where you dip your head to the side to the mat and you swim your arm in. I really like that one.
Well, that's like what's his name from San Diego, Ricardo. Remember we were at the thing and he kind of showed where you dip your head down to the mat. That back step though.
I cannot believe how tight that fucking north-south choke was.
Oh, his? Yeah, that's
Dude,
crazy.
he almost put me to sleep.
Yeah, that's
because he was like showing it, and I was like, oh, it's getting tighter.
I've been trying for months to get that shit down, and I cannot fucking get it.
I think it's better for small dudes.
But the thing is, it's not a squeezing thing. It's just dropping your shoulder down on their neck.
But I was watching. When I was watching you, I was yelling at you rolling the other day. Yesterday.
I don't know.
It was yesterday, and I was like, hey, get off your knees. But like the way you get off your knees, you take your weight off your chest.
Yeah, well, I have a problem with my toe right now, so I'm struggling.
Your toes hurt too?
Yeah, I broke my toe.
What else is not hurt? Did you go to the doctor? Get an
No,
X-ray?
fuck no.
Then it's not broken, bitch.
It broke.
Nah.
It broke.
Remember you told me that shit when I was telling you about I hurt my shit? Like, did you go get a fucking X-ray? That shit ain't broken.
For toes, it's like
it ain't broken.
There's nothing they can do.
I think I had that exact argument.
Fuck you. This is me. But so
I'm trying to remember what it was.
So I can't put a lot of pressure on that toe.
Yeah.
So it's starting to feel better now. So I'm able to kind of put a little bit. So, but like moving around, anything where I have to push off with my big toe, it's like fuck.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. The dude that I hit that Uchimata yesterday. He was like, I stubbed my toe and you threw me, and I was like, we could have stopped. That shit sucks.
Yeah, it hurts.
When you go like this on your fucking toes or your fingers.
Yeah.
You know, I used to do it to my hands a lot. Like I would try to like dip for like a single, and I would like swipe and just like bang their knee, and you're just like ah.
Yeah. Well, one thing I've learned when I'm doing anything where I'm reaching, I keep my hands like this now.
Yeah.
So that I used to
that's
naturally you're like this,
yeah.
But then they're like loose. So I try to always
now they're like
always
they're like bracing each other.
Yeah, yeah. But that's the little things you start learning as you fuck up and you keep getting hurt. You're like, how do I stop hurting myself this way? And then you're like, all right. And I remember who told me. Someone was like, you should, when you go, they were like, you should keep your hands like this when you go for things so you don't have that happen. And I was like, oh, that makes fucking sense.
You know, that's speaking of something kind of funny. You said something you learn as you start getting better. You know, as you learn things like that. I was rolling with the big homie Blue Belt yesterday, and I sat down on him because he's pretty strong. So I didn't feel like my neck is killing me.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to sit up and wrestle him because I got that fight tomorrow. So I just sat down on him, and he crushed me from the half guard. And I was like, do you not realize I wanted you to crush me? It's like what Taliesin was saying, you need connection. Mm-hmm. When I first started playing half guard, I was always trying to get space and throw the elbows in. And I'm like, no, dude, crush me as hard as you can, because as soon as I move my head under your chest, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And I think I learned that as I played the half guard more, that the style of half guard I play depends on the upper person crushing you. I have trouble with guys that play quarter guard.
They stay away.
Yeah, they stay away. They go to the quarter guard.
See, that's when the John Wayne sweep starts coming in.
Not from quarter guard, but from like that. From like that knee shield, or from the for like framing or whatever. Yeah, for sure. I want to work on it. I've got it like once or twice, but for me, I feel so vulnerable when I let my top hook go to switch the feet to drag drag their feet. Yeah. But I've been doing that a lot more from the half guard too, dragging the feet. Bobby showed me that a couple months ago. Like you start to control, and then I take my foot, I step over, and I drag the foot away. Dude, that's super good.
So when I do the escape from side control or from half guard from bottom, once you have that deep hook, you switch your foot, pull it out because it takes your base, and then when you come out, you pull that out so they can't. Yeah. I've
been working on that too, like coming up from the dogfight from there.
Same thing.
I was rolling with Cody a couple weeks ago, and I was on my side like underhook, and he's like, "Why don't you just get up?" And I was like, yeah, like joking, like, okay. And he was like, no, seriously, why don't you just like fight from the dogfight from there? I was like, I never thought of that. Because I'm always going for the other side, trying to pull the leg and roll him over. So what I like to do right now,
is that roll?
No, I'm not even rolling right now. So what I'm doing is I'll play the half guard, I'll get my head under their chest, and then hook their foot, right? Mm-hmm. And once I hook their foot, I'll go really high with the underhook and then take my leg and drag them like I'm going to roll them that way. And I start to roll them, and everyone starts to post up, and I just lift up and come over.
That's something I try to do is I'll roll back and forth. Yeah. It's just tiring.
I used to do that a lot, like jerk back and forth. But dude, this new one I've been doing is like, because I set everything up like I want to roll you onto your back, right? Like you want to do this kind of sweep.
I know.
But I start to pull you that way, and everyone starts to tense up and starts to base into that way. So I just pull the foot and come up that way.
it might be harder for you, but depending on who you're rolling with. So when you know how you catch that foot, when you have this arm and you can reach over, if you can catch that.
Oh, I've been doing that a lot,
dude. That's so.
So
you
showed me that a long time. The day I broke your fucking bitch ass toe when you were in here.
Maybe.
You showed me that day.
Oh.
Remember when you broke your toe when we were in here?
Yeah.
That day you showed me, and then I was looking up half guard shit, and the guy that came up with the half guard system that they credit for it, this dude, I can't remember his name, but it's something Gordo. That they call that like the Gordo sweep because he would get everyone. But it's hard sometimes when you have to throw your shoulder up to get
all
the
way
leg.
across. Yeah.
Yeah,
you really have to bring that foot across so that you can
Yeah.
catch it, and then you can lock it in. But once you have that foot, you're gonna get.
You just literally just go like this.
You're gonna get the sweep no matter what. Yeah, and then it puts you right in a great position to do a knee bar from there.
Yeah.
Which is something that's been happening more and more.
I've been trying to get it more and more, but a lot of people get their knee to the floor, so the legs are sideways.
That's what I was telling you. You have to like TP and walk them, kind of walk their body the other way because it straightens the knee out. I learned that. Like I think I told you, I learned that at Sloth's gym. That's what he was showing. He was showing deep half escapes, which I use a lot actually, and then if you come up this way, it gives you go right into that knee bar.
Yeah, I was trying to knee bar that blue belt yesterday from there. It's funny though because when I let him take my back, I was like deep half on him. I was reverse underhook still, and I had his foot trapped.
Gabriel.
What about him?
That's the green belt's name.
Oh yeah, I know his name.
Oh, I thought you didn't know his name.
No, I said I do know his name.
Oh,
I just like to call him Jonathan's little brother. Because after the first time I said that, when I couldn't remember his name, he was like, "My name's Gabriel," and I was like, "Bitch, I know your name." I just couldn't think of the time, but so I had him like almost like reverse lockdown, stretch his leg out, and I couldn't stretch his legs are longer than mine, so I couldn't stretch all the way out. So I had the underhook, and I just grabbed the top of his knee and I pushed it down. He was like, "Ah!" I didn't get the sub from there, but I was like, I bet I can knee bar him upside down right now. It'd be pretty hard, but it'd be funny to get that.
You can get the knee bar from the lockdown too. If you bring them up, if you throw them up, and then you get the knee from there.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot, like lift people up from the lockdown and then start to throw my legs into
that's the best way.
X.
That's the best way to really use the lockdown and not like use it to fucking not stall, but that's how you're supposed to.
I like
use
that,
it
like
the
that
most.
crescent moon sweep thing where you fucking throw your legs like
Sweep
that.
the legs.
Yeah, I like that one from the lockdown. I use it to elevate people, but my ankle's still fucked up. So every time I throw, like go to single leg X or like reverse De La Hiva, my ankle's right there. And I'm feeling like I'm gonna get it.
The only problem with doing things from the lockdown is I'm always careful because you can fuck someone's knee up real easy. Like because they're locked in, so if you twist it the wrong way, they can't move. They're fucking. There's nothing they can do. And, I mean, obviously, if they know how to get out of lockdown, you can get out of lockdown. But once you're in the transition and you have that lockdown, you got to be careful not to fuck someone's knee up because you can definitely do that. But I don't know. I had a good week though. I had a lot of good rolls. I was surprisingly thought I was gonna be like really fucking just exhausted, and other than just sweating on everybody, I've been sweating so much. It's bad.
No, I was rolling someone last week and they fucking sweat right in my ear hole again.
Yeah.
Hey, I got one more thing. So you know Mother's Milk, right? Everyone out there know what Mother's Milk's emission? You seen the new one coming out? Father's Milk, dog.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
From North South. Y'all better watch out. I'm about to drop my nuts in someone's face.
Did someone sub someone from that?
I don't know. It was online. Someone's like, oh, it was Eddie Bravo. One of Eddie Bravo's dudes went North South from someone. And he's like, Father's Milk. And then like the people that could hear him looked at him like, what the fuck? And he was just like,
dick in his face. Yeah, I did see that. I didn't watch the video, but I got the concept as soon as I saw it, and I saw like the first screen. I was like, oh my god.
The older homie, Purple Belt John. I told him about that, and he was like, oh, the Arabian glasses, and I was like, oh, that's
Arabian glasses.
Big ass nose, like going all gonzo.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh man, that's horrible. Yeah, that's not fun. But yeah, I mean, you competing tomorrow, so that would be interesting.
I'm ready. I'm mentally ready. I have a game plan, and it's what I fought when I fought that dude from Autos. Just stand up, bang with him, kick the fuck out of him a bunch of times, and see what he does.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm so not afraid.
Try some foot sweeps.
Oh, foot sweeps all day. Foot sweeps.
Yeah.
If he fucks around and turns on me, I'm going to try to throw him.
If he stands straight up, you can get a foot sweep easy.
Yeah, or the Uchimata.
I'm
not working on this fast one anymore. My ankle's still a little bit wonky, so I've been working on the slow one. Dude, if I can go underhook on people and turn slowly, dude, I've been getting it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dangerous because you give up your back when you take them down. But if you work on falling on your knee, you fall on your knee and you kind of rock back into position. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I'm ready for it. I'm so comfortable in my jiu-jitsu right now. Like, I don't give a fuck about being on my back. You know, he chokes me, but I'm gonna play half guard if I have to.
I feel like the biggest thing, your biggest weakness, is Kimuras. You give up Kimuras too easy.
Yeah.
Not
From passing or from bottom.
From everywhere.
Yeah.
Like
it's because I've been stopping. I try not to do this anymore. I try not to hook.
So that's the one thing I've seen you get caught in a lot is Kimuras because you don't have a lot of flexibility in your shoulders, and so you just got to be careful to not leave that open so that they can catch it because I mean you can't. Like, that's an easy tap for them if they catch the Kimura on you.
Yeah. The one I did pretty good at defending is from the bottom. Like, if someone mounts me and tries to Americana or Kimura me, that one I usually defend. The top one is harder from passing. But I've been working. Dude, Louis gets that stupid-ass reverse bullshit all the time, so I stopped fucking...
Yeah, he caught me in that.
He's never caught you in that?
Yeah, he's caught me in it, but it's been a minute.
No, because I stopped trying to hug his head.
I still hug his head, but I'm very cautious when I do it. I'm, like, very cautious when I do it, so I'm always... Yeah. Because I don't want... That shit sucks.
Because the way you apply it is there's no nice way to apply it.
Yeah,
it's just
you have to go for it. Yeah, it's painful too.
But like I said, I feel comfortable. You know, if he puts me on my back, I'll play the half guard and I'll do my best to get, sweep him and shit. But if on top, unless he's a wrestler, which I don't think he is, he's an older dude like me. I didn't even think about that when the guy was like, "Yeah, I got a bigger purple belt that wants to fight," and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And I was like, "Oh fuck, it might be like some 20-year-old kid." Nah, but he's an older dude. I could have swore. He's been in one of my divisions before. I don't think we fought each other. He looked really familiar when I saw the guy.
It'll be cool to go watch. Is it a gym?
It's a gym. Yeah, so it's kind of like an in-house, but they're like invite in-houses. You know what I mean? He said he was going to post today at the Times Where, so we don't got to be there.
Do you have to buy tickets?
Nah,
okay, I was going to say that would suck. Yeah, I'm gonna take the boys.
No, I'll pay for them if there is. Yeah. But it'll be fun. You know, it's a super fight. There's like a walkout song and shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was gonna pick "Twist My Fingers" from fucking from that Mexican OT, but I picked a song from this band called Kubla Khan. It's super hard.
I would have picked something wild, like
my
booty hole brown.
Yeah, no, you know what I thought
like,
about?
What the fuck?
Right afterwards, I thought about like 3-6 Mafia shit, and it's like I'm gonna slap.
That would be good.
Like, I think it's part of Knuck If You Buck, but I'm like, hey, play it from this time. It's like I'm gonna slap that hoe. It's like just stand there looking at him.
Yeah, I forgot it. 3-6 Mafia.
I thought about coming out of my chain and shit. Then I was like, damn, dude, if this fool fucks me up and I do all this dumb shit, I can't fucking.
Yeah, but you're out having fun.
Yeah, it's not serious.
It's not.
That dude for sure is serious. I was looking at his Instagram. That fool's serious about everything. It's like, how mad you gonna feel when you get beat by a fat dad who's just not even taking it serious?
Yeah, I mean,
that's how I believe in my jiu-jitsu.
I just think us competing in general, we're never going to be world champs. So just have fun with it.
Exactly.
Like, who gives a fuck?
Let me see if my jiu-jitsu is as good as I think it is, or how bad it is. You know what I mean? Like, it gives you an opportunity to work against somebody else in a position where they're trying, and you can say, hey man, like you said, dude, he Kimured the fuck out of me. I really got to start paying attention to Kimuras. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get you on the next one.
Far.
There's not a lot of heavy purple belts, so I think that's the problem. That want to do gi.
Oh.
Because he hit me up for no gi, and I was like, fuck all that, dog. But then he was like, oh, he said he would do gi, and I was like, I'll do a gi match.
Yeah. That's cool though. That there's like a local guy setting things up like this.
Dude, he does them like every 2-3 times a month. It's pretty popping. They'll do like 40 fights too, which is crazy. They do it in a gym.
It's interesting, and they're not charging you.
No, they charge for the brackets. If you want to get into the King of the City bracket, it's $40.
Oh, is there a prize at the end?
You get a belt.
Oh yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Yeah. So this is more about getting people to just come and watch.
I think it's just it's probably just for the guy to advertise a little bit and just to have fun. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's called National City Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, we're going to National City.
I think that's where it's at. I got to look it up. He said he would send me all the. Yeah, it's a National City for sure. Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yep.
I wonder where it's at though.
Let's go to TJ afterwards.
No. Yeah, that'll be cool. I think it'll be fun.
Yep.
Either way. And it's been nice as fuck out, so it'll be a good day.
Yeah, for sure.
Go get lunch afterwards.
Now you're fucking speaking my language. It'll be an early dinner probably.
Yeah, it'll be an early dinner. Yeah.
I'm speaking my language, dog. You know I like food.
Too much. It's just what it is.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. We'll keep it short today.
That's been an hour.
Has it?
Yeah. Pretty close.
It doesn't seem like it.
Pretty close.
Sometimes these just go by.
Yeah.
It's fun to do. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Subscribe. All that good stuff. Until next time.
Megaton Lifestyle.